Would you be cool with a guy that makes less money, but he's a hard worker, like he's ambitious?
Yeah.
Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes 45,000 a year. Would you date him?
You wouldn't be able
But
to afford my engagement ring. I'm getting an 8 carat cushion cut vintage engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you
what?
4 years? No. 8 years to afford my
Wait, how much?
engagement ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you
I'm the sparkle
insane?
queen. I'm the sparkle queen. My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like you have to
Yeah,
see that shit. It's gonna blind people.
but that's so superficial. That's
No.
like so superficial.
But it's about so much more than that. It's about the fact that you can afford that, right? I go to yoga with this girl who has an 8 carat diamond engagement ring. Her man
Yeah.
owns a weed company and drives an Audi. So it's about more than just it's about the fact that you can afford that.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking like you're gonna miss out on a lot of guys because
Really?
I'm telling
They're not
no,
for
no, no,
me.
but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I'm telling you, like, if my mom asked for that from my dad would have told her to go find a new boyfriend because there's no way in hell he was gonna spend $200,000 on an engagement ring.
Back again with some more malarkey here for you. So this young lady is saying that the man that chooses to marry her or buy her an engagement ring has to buy an engagement ring that's $200,000. And I was immediately triggered because that is just so ridiculous. I mean, I'm gonna try my very best to be nice because the delusion of these women that they don't understand how many years of your life it takes to invest into $200,000. There are homes, there are actual homes to live in, and people pay for 30 years. They take out a mortgage and pay for 30 years. That costs $200,000. For this young lady to say that the man has to upfront initially invest $200,000 into just some ring, like what is the significance of this ring? All she showed me is that she's trapped in this delusional world of materialism, and most women feel the same way. Most women feel as though men have to be so traditional, right? This was a traditional thing, but women are not traditional people. They want us to keep all our traditional attributes while they become modern women. I'm looking at this young lady, right? And I look at her earrings and the little bandana. They probably cost about $6. You know, if you're not gonna bring diamonds and jewelry that costs $200,000, why do you expect that from a man? Why do you expect a man to provide these things? You know, what is the significance of a $200,000 ring? So other people can say that you have it, and then what? I mean, to me, it seems like, you know, the determining factor of whether or not a man is a good man is how much money he got in his wallet. And that's not how it is. You know, you can have a rich man and he can bop you upside the head. I mean, does that not matter? You know, does a man's ambition doesn't matter? Does the characteristic of a good leader, does that not matter? You know, a lot of the things that a lot of these women are advocating for, it ruins relationships, because once the finance goes away, if their finances is in jeopardy, the relationship is in jeopardy. And if you base something just based solely on finances, you know, that's what tends to happen. A lot of women leave men because of financial reasons. And you're gonna see that more and 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 more as materialism becomes so prevalent, because you got to show people what you got, right? You got to put it on the gram. You got to put it on Snapchat. Everybody got to know you got this ring, and it should be gleaming from across the street. But anyways, I think this is utterly ridiculous, especially if she presents herself as someone who's modest. Look like she doesn't spend much money on herself, just from how she presents herself, to have these expectations. But what are your thoughts, guys? What do you think? You think this woman is reasonable? You think she's being unreasonable? You think an engagement ring should cost $200,000? I would like to know your thoughts. Let's start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button for the algorithm, guys. See you guys on the next one. Peace.